Which one? Oh, that, no, I don't need it.
Run.
No. Okay. So, before I get started, I would like to say a few things. So, the reason I have this printed out is because this is much too long, way too long to memorize. It's like 6 pages, and it doesn't have a beat, so just think of it as a poem. I guess it is a poem because it's a rap. And I would like to give a few shout outs to some people. First of all, my friend, I wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be up on this stage if it wasn't for him. He convinced me to get up here. Jaden Evering, wherever you are in the crowd, if you're here. And also Miss Polly, who's one of the judges. She's my English teacher. She's awesome. And my family. Wherever they are in the crowd. So I made this, so this is about my life from like daycare to up until now. So I guess I'll just get started. Little hands be the bit, the logo hands raised above, a place to love, a safe space to raise above. I became scraped and bumped, banging myself against pavement clumps, was raised and dumped, and this occurred for days and months. And then Sabrina's house, arena just with Roscoe, Blanchetti taken away, snot comes out Roscoe's nostrils. We did the screen time for a lot though, it got so awful, she fed us cheese balls to fatten us up. She didn't ration the stuff. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, she put it in storage, she'd be stacking a bunch, packages stuck from the back to the front. Sight, kid, get to packing it up, we mapping much up, fasten bub up, 'cause we moving, zooming through time, aluminum rhymes, it's young squad, a crew of 2 guys who you will despise. The blue room was my home in preschool, and I was the least cool, a freak fool, who couldn't even fill in the lines, but back then this be the realest of times, a clumsy fool, but I bumped these cool raps. Forget that, let's move past that now. Talk first grade is what I grasp at now. See that kid over there? Yeah, I smashed that down. Then I came back, security in my arms. The reason was 'cause I harmed, and fearless as me is wrong, 'cause I guillotine feet and arms. Anyways, I was brought back to class. Teacher threatened me with detention 'cause I smashed a brat. I've been over to his house, but first grade went fast. Aha, about to tell you about some pavement facts. Go forward a few months, hit that all new year with 2nd grade. I taught that girl, and I had the lessons laid. Those were the great aggression days. Okay, picture this, go way far back, when all the kids was running to the paved tar black. Looking for a victim, had my radar grasped. Whistle blew, and a line to go inside. See this girl running, better stick my leg out. That knee just bled out when she fell to pavement. I quick dip to the spit chip and blend with kids sufficiently. Follow me on a journey through this time. See this rhyme and it don't shine. It just gotta come out my mind. You always see me on the grind. You can get these lines, but they will always be mine. Stop, you ain't on the grind. You ain't put in these lines. You just say, yeah, it's go time. You ain't never spot these rhymes. You don't know about this grind. Ayo, go back to 4th and you'll see me beaten bad. But it ain't that, it's just how I didn't rock these top B's. Didn't no one ever stop me. 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Oddly, Oddby there. Whoa, almost forgot I did it. I thought, no, wait, not a thought. I thought a lot. I remember we made the Hannah Banana Hotel from snow. Well, that got bought and torn down, like there was a storm in town because they just tore it down. So we moved places swiftly, smooth, weightless. You can never be too patient. I mean that literally. Notice and take note of the 2 phrases. That was nice. Winter in Maine. Listen to this bit as I spit it in vain. She did some stupid crap with a treadmill and a ball. Kids fall victim to the treadmill. Tread be killing them all. So what happened exactly here now? So we be down in the basement of my home house. She does not listen and gets the ball rolled out. And guess what? Treadmill 10, she doesn't hold out. She gets the ball and holds it against her chest like where your brain. Treadmill 10 miles per hour, oh crap, not now. But it got down, she jumped up, ball flying, flipped over and laughed. And she didn't overreact, she's not quite a tomboy, she'd be closer to that. And that was but time went by. We was having fun and then the time went fly. Soon enough, time for another day at school. Day in the life of Spit, but some aren't cool. Time to start school. Soon I'd be looking like a fool. And that day was a rough start. But the rough comes more. Tough stuff, no up now. Day to start, ain't having much luck now. Soon I'd be saying cluck cluck loud. She'd pull up next to me and I'm like, what's up gal? And it looked like it'd be friendly, like what's up pal? She dumped me in gym class and I didn't process it. But not processing didn't last, it kicked in fast. She did the quickest wrath, and then we both took different paths. Right back there, I thought it was frickin' sad, and then I put all of it on these written raps. Get back on track to 5th grade, saw this girl that I liked real well. She saw me get a cut and not cry because I fight real well. And then after school, go back to class, grasp a pad and write a note. The note didn't say much, just hi, that's all. And then what I did was it slipped in desk. Day after she took it out, I'm sipping Lipton next. Didn't have her number, so it's like a written text. She said, teacher, what is this? Stay calm, Spit. Don't act like a nitwit. I don't take my time to rinse this explicit. No crap can be taken because Spit be exquisite. Spit murders other rappers within the next 15 minutes. Spit always on top of things. Spit be with it. Follow me on a journey through this time. See this rhyme and it don't shine. It's just gotta come out my mind. You always see me on the grind. You can never get these lines, but they will always be mine. Stop. You ain't on the grind. You ain't put in these lines. You just say, yeah, it's go time. You ain't never spot these rhymes. You don't know about this grind. How in the world does Spit put this together? Is he a magical man? I tried to do it. It didn't turn out as good as Spit. Damn Spit be the man when he can. This be the illest and realest, no fillin', no distilling, we killin' the opposition, no competition, we win in the mission, so listen even on the first inning. So we passed first, second, third, and fourth, a landmark in rap that you ain't never heard before. And 5, never take 5, we make raps and then make time to make more raps. So let's move on to middle it is. Middle school, I mean, if you're so dumb that it's a riddle it is. Making all these raps on a riddle and binge. Cringe, off the hinge. Yeah, that's Spit, and yeah, you lost to him. So make a big move from 1 to more than 1 classes. Don't need no glasses, I can run past this. Got the first half with some customization. Got to know me and see what classes I'm placed in. Amazing. And then the final test to see where I'm placed. Not with 5th grade, but with her sister, yay. Teacher out, how much does a polar bear weigh? Alex looked it up, but I forgot, so who's to say? Take your place, everybody. Spit needs to sit with a mic. Listen to this spit, and he has written his life. Not much happened in 6th grade, but when I make foundations like this laid, you can understand this. You can't stand this. So let's move on to the next year. In grade 1 plus 6, different styles of telling stories in this one must spit. And this here year is where the fun begins. So back in 6th grade, we had laptops, but that's not what we had with next year. We had an iPad. Now why is that? Because we are now wise lads, 7th grade. We can think for ourselves, but obviously not me. What did I do with it? Smashed it against the ground, bashed it, began to pound, but into the grass and not the pavement. But after that it was the pavement. My parents had to make a payment. And also these people that lived in my neighborhood, they were good. Back to school now. Now here's the story. One highlight of my life and many years of glory. So got this. Last day of 7th grade, so it's step-up day. Found out that my best friend would have been in my next classes. No way. Oh great. Life is so great. So then I realized that it ain't make sense to show me classes because I would be going past this next year, moving down here. So to the office they sent me. Just wait it out, but nothing to do. So how do I play this out? Well, maybe I just wait. No, that's boring. Maybe I try to get on the bus early, get my adrenaline soaring. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds swell. Well, how do I do that without knowing? But it turns out I can do it showing, because they don't care. Go ahead, row ahead. But I don't turn my head, I just learn instead. So I hesitate, meditate, feel like I'm about to levitate in my present state. So I say go out, so I do, and I don't know why you wouldn't, I shouldn't, but I couldn't resist. I'm already in this, so I guess I better finish. So I walked 10 minutes early to the big bus, thought the driver would make a big fuss, but then she told me something I would never forget. It was wrong, but I thought it was pretty cool then. She said that life ain't nothing if there is no danger in it. So I sat back and rested, looked out at the window, and soon enough, they were headed out. We had to shout. We were happy. School's out, and so we needed to shout. We could no longer need to care about it. So as the bus filled, and we were just a bunch of 7th grade dancing men with a smile singing Queens, We Are the Champions. And as the bus started in on the trip, I sit on the tip of my seat. I can see for miles and miles from there. Life be a trial from there. But before the trials, I stick my head out the window, you know how it be when you start a new chapter with in between a few laughters and rude rappers. Follow me on a journey through this time. See this rhyme and it don't shine. It just gotta come out my mind. You always see me on the grind. You can get these lines, but they will always be mine. Stop, you ain't on the grind. You ain't put in time. You just say, yeah, it's go time. You ain't never spot these rhymes. You don't know about this grind. Hold up, this ain't done. We've only gone through 7th grade. A week of camp in May and then time to fly over 11 states. To NC, this MC, be moving away. And who is to say what would come? We went to Bald Head Island and that was fun. Came back west. Time to take a pick of school. Bailey Middle School. But I moved to PLP to get rid of the ridicule. So at the end of 8th grade, I got up one last time. 8th grade ended. I remember looking up at 8th graders in 7th grade and thinking it was heaven made. But in present day, I detonate these thoughts because this is not 8th grade no more. I take the road less traveled. It's still gravel and isn't even paved no more. I don't look at life this way no more. Something happened in 9th grade, but I gotta get it. I gotta get to the hook because I can't say no more. Follow me on a journey through this time. See this rhyme and it don't shine. It's just gotta come out my mind. You always see me on the grind. You can never get these lines, but they will always be mine. Stop, you ain't on the grind. You ain't put in these lines. You just say, yeah, it's go time. You ain't never spot these rhymes. You don't know about this grind. Follow me on a journey through this time. See this rhyme and it don't shine. It's just gotta come out my mind. You always see me on the grind. You can get these lines, but they will always be mine. Stop, you ain't on the grind. You ain't put in these lines. You just say it's go time. You ain't never spot these rhymes. You don't know about this grind. Thank you.